Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home. Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Yay! This is where you come when you're sick of dieting, when you're sick of the roller coaster ride of trying this, that, and the other to lose weight. Because guess what? Weight's not the problem, diets aren't the problem, and they're certainly not the solution. So what we talk about here are the real things. Now, talking about real stuff isn't necessarily very popular, but it's what heals us and what helps us move beyond our destructive eating habits. So there's no getting around it. We got to talk about the real stuff. And if you know somebody who wants to get real and talk about real stuff, please let them know about this podcast. Please share this. Please review it. It would mean the world to me to review it. If you've been hearing me ask for reviews and you haven't reviewed it yet, please do that. Please. I would so appreciate it. And you'll be helping me reach more people with this message. So let's go ahead and get started. I had an experience today, actually over the past several days, that caused me to have a whole lot of feelings. And so this is going to be a very short and sweet message. Several days ago, I was looking to hire somebody for my company, and the perfect person came across my radar, and she was too perfect. I mean, amazing. And I don't say too perfect like she wasn't the right person. She had everything I was looking for. And I was feeling very stressed at the time, like, well, I can't talk to her right now. I'll talk to her next week. And for some reason, I just put her off a little bit, even though I had that feeling of this is the right person. I should have gotten, in hindsight, right on the phone with her, but I didn't. So what happened was we were supposed to speak today, and she wrote me and said she accepted another position. And this crushed me. It was so hard for me to read that email because I had the opportunity to jump on it when I had the chance and to speak with her and possibly hire her. And it didn't happen. And so I was left with so many feelings of regret and anger at myself. It's like, what was I thinking? Why didn't I just do that when I just get on the phone and speak with her or Zoom and what am I waiting for? That was the thing, is I waited, and I really feel as though this was self-sabotage. I feel like the perfect person, like God gave me exactly what I needed, and I said, let me think about it. And oh gosh, it hurts. Oh my God, I'm in the pain of it right now. You're getting me raw and fresh right now. Oh, that feeling of regret that I blew it. I did the wrong thing. I said the wrong thing. I'm living in that, and it's a big regret. And, of course, I know everything works together for good, and I'm sure the right and perfect person will come across my path. But in the moment, these feelings are tough to take. And so that's really why I wanted to share about this in this podcast, because it's really all about feelings. And there have been so many times in my life where I have had regret, like I did, and it's usually things I didn't do. We rarely regret the things we do. It's usually the things we don't do that we regret, and that is certainly the case for me. So I regret that I didn't take action right away. I didn't follow my heart. I didn't jump on it when I had that excitement, and she had that excitement. It was a lost opportunity, and I, as an emotional eater, have a really hard time with lost opportunities. It just tears me apart from the inside. I just feel like, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? What's wrong with me? You blew it. You're never going to find another person that good again. I mean, just all of these thoughts. And the thing is these thoughts create really uncomfortable feelings. So it's not even the feelings that we're most afraid of as emotional eaters. It's the thoughts which create the feelings, that the thoughts are really the culprit. So my racing mind of all the different ways that I messed up are causing me to feel extremely uncomfortable in my skin. And this in the past would have been a perfect opportunity to start nibbling and start eating, beating myself up for my mistake. And I know you've done this too. I know you've done it, and you might be doing it right now. But I ask you to stop and take a look at this. What we're talking about are feelings. What I'm experiencing right now is extremely uncomfortable. It's all over me right now. And I'm right in the middle of it. I just feel sick about the situation. I actually have a little bit of a just feeling in my tummy of feeling sick, and it's just strong feelings of regret. And self-hatred, self just being mad at I don't know what the word mad at myself. Hatred might be a little bit strong for this particular situation, but I'm feeling mad at myself. So it's hard, right? These are hard feelings. But the key for me is that I need to feel them and grow through them. You see, as emotional eaters, we don't grow through anything. We cover everything up. We stuff the feelings with food. And then they're dormant inside of us. They're not dormant. They're actually living and breathing inside of us, and they're compelling us to eat, to keep them buried. And, that's no solution, because not only do I destroy my body, but I also don't experience growing through that feeling, in which case, every time that feeling is going to come up again, my, knee-jerk reaction will be to eat. Whereas if I feel it and grow through it, I will have the experience of, wow, this hurts, this is hard, and I'm going to get through it. It's going to be okay. And so many years I've spent feeling as though these hard feelings were the death of me. They were the worst thing in the world, and it was like I was dying. Very dramatic, right? Very, very dramatic. And that's just not the case. These are feelings, and they will pass, and life will go on, and none of this is worth getting, upset, twisted, and certainly none of it's worth overeating over. And so I just really want to urge you to really tune in when you're having these strong feelings. Tune in and recognize them, acknowledge them. Don't slough them off. I just talked to a friend of mine. I said, look, I'm having a hard time. I'm beating the crap out of myself right now. I took the time to say that. I took the time to write about the regret. I didn't write much, but I put pen to paper. These things help me get that painful experience off of me and onto paper, out into the stratosphere, so that it's not inside of me churning and burning and driving me to eat. And so I'm going to feel uncomfortable maybe for a little while longer today, but then I'll be distracted. I'll be with my loved one tonight and talk maybe to another friend on the phone and just process a little bit, talk about my regret and my lesson. The best thing to do to get over really uncomfortable feelings, or especially feelings of regret where we messed up, is to see where we can learn from it. And what I learn is that when I have that inspiration to act, when I have the inspiration to connect, I need to go for it and not hold back, because holding back is where I got into trouble. And she might have taken the other job anyway, so it's not like I'm that powerful. But the fact is, I would have felt like I'd done everything I could do had I taken action right away. Had I told her I would like her for this job. Had I been forthright. And I think the self-sabotage comes from, my being afraid to be self-expressive. And my being afraid of good, frankly. It was too easy. The perfect person with the perfect skill set contacted me and was overly excited to work for me. Okay. So good. I'm not used to things being that easy. I'm used to working and struggling a little bit. So that's where the sabotage comes in as well, is it can't be that easy. Let me put a little, cog in the wheel. And I did. So yes, I still sabotage myself now and then. It's a lot better than it used to be, a lot less frequent than it used to be, but once in a while. And I've been stressed lately. I've been moving too fast. And I think that gets me out of my divine flow to where I recognize the opportunities when they come to me and I act on them. So it's super important that we stay connected, we stay spiritually connected, we have our spiritual practices, and we don't move too fast, so that when God does give us a gift, we can accept it graciously and say, yes, please. Yes, please, and I'll take some more. So I missed it. I missed the boat. I'm going to be okay. But my lesson is to, act on inspiration, say yes to the gifts, and really move through the feelings with grace, knowing that they will pass. This too shall pass, and it always does. And I'd sure feel better, feeling the feelings and waking up tomorrow having not overeaten, than overeating and having these terrible feelings and a terrible feeling in my body because I binged over these feelings. So please take the high road, acknowledge your feelings, call a friend, write it down, talk about, your feelings, talk about the regret, the feelings of regret, ask for help to stop beating the crap out of yourself. Ask for help. Tell somebody, I'm beating myself up and I can't stop, because it is a runaway train, right? When we start that self-flagellation, it's hard to stop. It's hard to put the mallet down. And sometimes we need help to do that, either from God, pray, dear God, I can't stop this. I feel so bad and I hate myself for this decision. And also reach out for help and say, hey, will you distract me from this terrible beating I'm giving myself and cheer me up a little bit? And all these options are good because they help us heal. So that's my lesson for today. I'm going through it and I will get to the other side, and you will too. So I encourage you to go through it. Don't cover it up, move right through it, learn the lesson that is to be learned and really triumph, because you are fully alive and fully feeling and healing. So thank you so much. Again, please share with others and definitely leave a review on iTunes, and check us out at Heal Your Hunger on the Facebook page on Facebook. And thank you. I'll talk to you later. Take care.
If you enjoyed this show and want to get free support, insider health info, exclusive invites to events, and more, visit healyourhunger.com.